Okay, what are you doing right now to help your future performance? What are you doing to get faster, to get fitter, to get stronger? Here's a little tip that I do whenever I'm kind of like floating around, I'm not really sure what to do. You have to have a reason to get out of bed and to go training and to go running and to make yourself into a fitter, faster, stronger runner, stronger athlete. The easiest way to do that is to book something in the future. Book a race. Just get online today and find something within a commutable distance. Make it super easy for yourself to just walk there or bicycle there or even run there, drive there. Just get to the race. And whether it's a 5K, 10K, something you've never done before, whether it's a 1500 meter or a mile race, or whether it's a marathon or a trail ultra that you've never done before, do something and put it in the diary so that you have something to work towards. Ideally, that will be 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 3 months away. Or if it's just a 5K, it can be 4 or 5 weeks ago. It can be next week if you really want. You don't need to put that much into it. You can use it as a training session. A lot of the time in my training, it's really important to do this if you're running ultra marathons. I'll use marathons and half marathons as training. I'll go to a half marathon, run it at 80 or 90% effort and do 2 laps and make it into a marathon. And that will be a great training run for me because I'll have access to the drink stations. I'll have access to the same kind of adrenaline, the competition, the race kind of situations. And then I'll go off and I'll do a second lap, and that will be, great training session for me. I'll use marathons as training sessions for ultra marathons. And then for the faster stuff, it's great to use a 5K. So you could do something, if you're training for a marathon, you could do something like a 5K or a 10K, and then do the race, finish the race, and then turn it into a training session by doing 5 times 5 minutes faster than your race pace. Great little session that I used to do was a 5K race, and I'd run that as fast as I could. Just have 3 minutes rest and then do 5 times 5 minutes with 1 minute rest in between, faster than the pace that I was doing the 5K for. So just up and change gears, and it's really, really useful for your VO2 max, for your lactate threshold, really useful to do those sessions. And it's fun. That's why we're in this sport, and that's why we're doing it, because it's fun. And the more fun that it is, the more you're going to do it. And the more you're going to do it, the fitter you're going to get and the better you're going to get at it. And that's a positive feedback loop, because the better that you get at it, the more you're going to want to do it. And again, it goes around, yeah? So that's perfect way to do it. So book a race. Just get online, find out what's organized by your club or what's organized in the local area, or maybe it's something that you want to go. I really want to go to Barcelona. When's the next race in Barcelona? It doesn't need to be the Barcelona Marathon or the big half marathon. It can just be a race in Barcelona or a city you want to go and see. Go there alone, go there with your friends, or go there with your partner, but get it in the diary so that then you start to relate running to something exciting, where you're going away, you're going for the weekends, you can fly there super cheap. Maybe you're in the States and you can fly to a different city and go to a different city, pay for the hotel the night before, race in the morning, and then go sightseeing in the afternoon. Can be that simple. It can be a 2, 3, 4 day break, and that can really kind of like, you're not just running, you're seeing the world, and that's another beautiful way. I remember getting a message once on Instagram, do you want to come and run the Maldives Marathon? I was like, yeah. And the guy said to me, do you not have to speak to your manager or your agent? Or no, I don't have to speak. It's a Maldives Marathon. I don't care anything about it. I've never been to the Maldives. I just know it's a luxury place. I really want to be there. So I'll come to the marathon. I went to the marathon and we flew into the capital, Mali. It's only 380,000 people. It's this tiny country, but it's spread over 1,000 islands. We flew to the biggest island so that they could actually run a marathon. And we ran laps of this island, but I got to meet all the people. After the race, there was no nutrition, and I was starving because I just ran a marathon in 95% humidity. I asked the guy, he said, would you like anything, a drink or something like that? And all there was water. I said, I'd love coconut water if that's okay. A guy literally said, I'll be back in 5 minutes. He climbed a tree and came back with a coconut. You can't experience stuff like that without kind of being embedded. And it's a great way to visit a country, but not only visit a country and be a tourist, but also get to meet like-minded people from that country who have a commonality, like in running, like you, that you want to speak about running afterwards. So already there's that conversation starter. It's such a better way to visit a country, to obviously contribute towards their tourism. It's a great way to get excited by running. So think about something that you could do locally, think about something that you could travel to in the near future, think about how you can invigorate your training right now, especially if you're feeling like, what's the point in going out there? I never feel like that. I always feel like I cannot wait to get up tomorrow morning because I get to run. That's how I feel. And then on the interval session and the long run, I start to feel like, okay, tomorrow's exciting. Tomorrow I feel on the interval session and the long run, probably more nerves than I do on race day, because I know that if I nail the interval session and the long run, and I put some races in there, for the big race that I'm aiming at, whether that's the 3-month or 4-month, the big goal, I've already done all the hard work. So the race becomes the party. And if you do more races, you'll start to think of your race like that. You'll start to reduce all that stress and anxiety that you feel on the start line. And you'll start to be able to get the best of yourself because you'll be calm, because you're used to running races, because you use them in training. Now, in a perfect year, I'll run 10 races, and 6 of those will be my A races. And then on top of that, I'll run a bunch of races that are just training races, and they can be anything, anytime. When I'm in Thailand, whatever is going on in Chiang Mai or close to Chiang Mai that I can get to the day before or on the morning, I'll just sign up for it. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's off-road, trail race, 5K, 7K, 10K, I've done all sorts there in the past. It's just like, get your hat in the ring and make it happen. Because those are the experiences where you might meet a group of friends, you might meet a partner, you might meet somebody who adds value to your life, and you might meet a group of people that are then talking about training runs, especially if you're new to an area. If you're working in a city and you want to get to a new area, it's a great way to see a new area. It's amazing what's probably 20 or 30 miles away from your house right now that you've never seen before, that you get to see if you went to a race there. So get your hat in the ring. Get stuck in and get signed up for something today. If you like this and you want more training advice or race advice, like and subscribe, and please put in the comments, what are you training for right now? What are you trying to get better at? What are you working towards that's gonna make you a better athlete? Put it in what you're training for, what your target is, and how you're gonna get there, and I'll help you out with it.